Hey loves. Okay, welcome to episode 1 of Spirited Chats. Are you ready? Okay, get comfortable. Get your drink. I've got my malt beverage, Malta India from Puerto Rico, only the best. Okay, and on today's episode, we are speaking about how to make time for your creativity. Okay, this is going to look different for everybody because everybody's different. Their situation is different. Their day to life is different, so on and so on. We get it. So here's what I have done. And the first thing I'm going to say is set boundaries. So the first boundary that you're going to set is with yourself. Okay, this is what I did. And it has taken me a very long time to actually just put it into play. All right, so how I did this was I said, I want to paint furniture when I first started. So that was my first boundary, is setting it with myself that I am going to paint furniture. Now, this is where it looks different for everybody because in my case, I have a family. I have 2 kids. I have my husband and me, and now we have a dog. But when I first started, it was just the kids, my husband, and I. So then the other thing I had to learn very quickly was that I'm the one that wanted to paint, not my family, not my kids, not my husband. I'm the one who wanted to paint, and I'm the one who wanted to be on social media. Now, obviously, when I first started social media, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just knew that I needed silence and I needed to be able to record in a way, that would, I don't know. I didn't know what I needed to know back then. I just thought it needed to look a certain way. And yeah, so over the years, this is what I've learned. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's just carving out time to create, or if you're going to do create plus social media plus whatever, basically, I guess the next step is this. Take a step back a little bit and see what's going on, right? See what your situation is. If you've got a family like I do, I guess maybe sit back and pay a little bit extra attention and see what everybody is doing, how they're doing it, when they're doing it, and then how you play a role in all of it, right? And it's tricky because as moms, we play a role in absolutely everything, right? However, there are some things that we could foresee. So for example, meals. If you've got a baby or a toddler, you got to change their diapers, et cetera, nap times, whatever. So this is what I did when I first started. By then, my son was a toddler, so obviously I made sure that he was fed, his diaper was changed, and in most cases, that it was his nap time, okay? That is the best time. But then you're saying, well, Franccesca, but nap times is when I get to get caught up in house stuff. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to do house stuff every day. So maybe one of those days you could actually take that time and create. And it doesn't have to be a big project. It could be a small project, okay? It could be as simple as drawing, okay? Now, just bear with me because I go all over the place because I've done so much just to get to the point where I am now. All right. I think we're all adults here, right? If you're watching me, we could do whatever we want. When we want, okay? And I understand there are obligations outside of ourselves, but we have to be an obligation to ourselves as well. And if creativity is part of that, that is something that we must nurture. Okay, so carving out time. This could be as simple as just drawing while you are watching a movie with your family, or while you're in bed, instead of, let's say you read a lot but you want to be creative. It doesn't have to be a big project. It could just be as simple as drawing, get some coloring pencils and just do a blob, do doodles on a page. That's all you want to do, is get the motion of creating and just getting it started. Okay, Malta break. It's so good. I feel like I'm getting off track. Okay, the next boundary that I have just recently, in the past maybe 2 years, have started actually implementing. Again, my kids are older, so maybe this helps. But if I had just done this when maybe my son was a toddler, and even though he probably wasn't going to understand what the hell a boundary was, maybe just I don't know, we would have gotten into a different rhythm. But this is my opinion. I made the choice to have kids. So I have to live with the consequences, whatever they look like, whether good, bad, whatever. You know, it's not a consequence. It's things that come with having kids. Their needs, I believe, need to be met before mine to a certain extent. I do believe that sometimes they just want extra attention, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. However, again, it goes back to boundaries. They want attention, but you need attention. So it's kind of like, okay, sure. Okay, so let me just get to the point. What I have implemented is that, for example, I made sure that my son was fed. I made sure that he had water. I made sure that he is good to go, that he went to the bathroom. He's done all the things. I played with him a little bit, maybe. We did some homeschool, or maybe we haven't started yet, whatever the case may be. So then I decide, okay, my son is set up, right? My kids are set up. It's my time. So I'm going to get set up. All right. It never fails. I sit down, right? I pick up the brush. I open the jar of paint, and bam, somebody wants something from me. Yeah. I'm sure you can relate. It happens all the time, and it's perfectly fine. It's not that they're being annoying or, whatever. And I know it gets really frustrating when they do it over and over and over, but if you start setting boundaries with them, it goes a lot smoother. So this is what I have started to do. I tell them, you got to wait 5 minutes. Can you wait 5 minutes? Yes. Perfect. I'll get done whatever it is I'm doing in 5 minutes, and then I can attend them. Now, this does disrupt the flow. However, it's just life. If you don't have kids, then you don't need to worry about this, okay? But if you have kids or family, whatever, in-laws are in town, whatever the case may be, you're constantly going to get interrupted. It's just how you deal with that It's just how you deal with that interruption that is going to help you move forward and start creating even more time. Yeah, I'm totally getting off track here. Wow, this is really frustrating. I seriously have so much to say, but then when I sit here and I record, it's like my mind just goes blank, or I just blab the whole time. Okay, all right. I guess let's move on a little bit and how to create time. Okay, another suggestion is, and I guess this would be my last suggestion because my whole damn thing was about, having kids and blah, blah. Set yourself up for success. This is another one that I do because, well, for me, I have ADHD, so it's very hard for me for when I have a massive idea come through and I just have to do it today. And then my studio is a mess. I don't clean it every time, but I try very hard. Or if I have an idea that it's like, I really want to do this, but I haven't really figured it out yet. I'm like, okay, well, I need to set myself up. I need to set myself up. I need to set myself up for success in order to bring this idea forth. So I have to clean the studio, or at least clean out the table. Clean my brushes, maybe. Thankfully now all I do is smear paint with this fabulous spatula, so I don't need to worry about that. But let's say you are painting, make sure your brushes are clean. Maybe that's something that you can add to your to-do list or whatever, if you're a to-do list type of person. All right, if you feel like you would be more comfortable doing something while you're on the couch watching something, then maybe have a little side table. Bring your stuff to the side table so that when you come home from work or whatever, it's already there, so that when you sit down, you don't have to feel like you need to add an extra step to your day just to do the thing that you want to do. Of course, this is all from my perspective because I have ADHD. I don't assume that you do. So again, everything's going to look different for how your life looks. Sometimes I think I have very valuable ideas to give out, and then all I do is blab and I repeat over and over and over, and it's so frustrating. So I would say just set yourself up for success. If you're not ready to set boundaries with your family, let's say, because maybe you can set those boundaries within yourself, but maybe not with your family yet, start small. Do a small little thing. Maybe you just need to sketch something out. So while you guys are, again, watching TV or whatever, just do a little sketching. The whole point is to get creative with your creativity. Also, take advantage. If somebody needs to go to the grocery store, make them go. Don't go. Stay home. Right now. we need stuff from Costco. So what did I do? I sent my kids off with Carlos. Like, no, you guys go so I can do this video. It's not always going to work out that way, but I take full advantage of when it can. So if you feel the need to set time out of your day or the weekend to do something fun for yourself, then honestly do so. And it's okay. And just communicate it with, if you live with someone, if you have a family, communicate it with them. If you guys are constantly making plans every weekend and that's the only time that you have to do the creative stuff, then say, hey, how about you guys go and just bring me back some chicken wings or something. I don't know, wherever they're going. I love spending time with my family. We do not go out to eat without each other because that's like cheating on each other. So that's a no for me. But if it's, miscellaneous things like going to get groceries and stuff, I don't really need to go if I don't have to, or, whatever, if I'm just not feeling it, or if I actually want to get something done, I just send them and I just make sure that they all go because my son does not know how to shut up. Okay. If he were here, he would have a terrible time trying to be quiet and he would be constantly coming up to me. And, again, that disrupts the creativity. And I guess it disencourages us in a way. So if that's something that you are experiencing, then I can totally empathize with you. However, it's just something that we have to deal with. If the case is that it's your family, we chose to have them. We chose to have them. So we just gotta play along with it, Let me know in the comments what you struggle with the most as far as like your creativity goes. If it's setting time out to do it, if it's just getting in the flow of it, if you just don't have the time. And if you don't have the time, ask yourself why you don't. Maybe you do have the time and you're just not really doing it. Sometimes it's just a matter of doing it, and it's just a reality check that we're just not fulfilling it, like for whatever reason, whatever that looks like. But a little bit every day or a little bit whenever you feel it, I think will work and will get you to a place where you are actually doing it. And I wish that you could just talk back to me so that this conversation could flow better, because again, I'm just blabbing. But it is what it is, and this is how these episodes are gonna go, and I hope you enjoy them. And listen, let me know in the comments, okay? We could chit-chat there. How I carve out time for my creativity looks absolutely different every single day. I don't create every day. I don't do things every day. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I'm in my studio almost all day. And sometimes I'm just there at night. And sometimes I'm just there for 5 minutes, literally. And then that's it. I don't want to go in there. It's just different every single day. It's not even June, guys. And it looks like it's already hurricane season. Anybody else experiencing that? Okay, here's another one. I don't like this one. My husband says it to me all the time and I just cannot. But maybe it works for you. Wake up earlier. Don't come for me. I'm just saying. It might. I cannot. I mean, I have been waking up earlier, but not to create. No. I gotta have my coffee. I gotta write in my journal. I gotta wake up. Okay? So, but some people wake up, have their coffee really quick, and they're good to go. So maybe if that's you, just wake up a little bit earlier, maybe. Did you see that? And it's only sprinkling right now. The other one is, if you don't have to wake up early the next day, maybe go to bed later. I don't know. It's just finding those ways. Like, that doesn't work for me either, because by then I'm just so tired. But sometimes I have those sparks of energy where I just keep painting and painting and painting and painting and painting. And it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm still painting, And I'm like, all right, I gotta stop. But it happens. So basically the whole point of this conversation is that you just have to set boundaries. That's just the way I did it. First, I said it with myself. Then I said it with my family. I let them know, hey, I'm going to be in the studio, if everybody's home, like, just don't bother me for at least 20 minutes. Just give me 20 minutes of uninterrupted time. So that way I can do what's in my head, or, whatever it is that I want to practice. And it works. They respect my boundaries, and it wasn't always the case, but it's just something that you just gotta work through until everybody is aligned. Anyways, this is it for episode 1 of Spirited Chats, because I could go on and on and on and on, but I'm just talking to myself at this point. So I hope you resonated. Let me know. If I did not answer the question, I'm so sorry. Please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try to do this again. I look forward to episode 2. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about yet. So if there's something that you want to know, whatever it is, let me know in the comments and I'll brainstorm for episode 2 of Spirited Chats. All right, loves. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.